Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday, Random Tuesday, and I started this video just basically showing you guys that I was sewing because I needed to make this pants. I've made it before. Actually, this is the third one I made, but what I did was I chose the back differently. I made the slim fit in the back because I wanted it to look more tailored like this. The ones that I made before was a bit baggy in certain area because I did the curvy, which I didn't need to do. So I know now the slim average fit is for me. So it is very much done, except for, once again, like I did the last time, I only bought a hook set that was only 2 in there. I thought I bought more, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to buy some hooks. So there's just missing the hook right here. So I just have the clip on it. And then, you know, the pocket came out really nice. I am here for it. It's like the pocket that has the white inside. Yeah, it's really nice. Very much tailored, nice. I have enough length on it. So the cutaway here where you can see that I can wear flats, but I also can wear heels. It's still, and again, I love like it's not too big, but it does have a flare effect to it. And it is a wool blend, so this is really nice. Some leggings under there. So I'm gonna wear it when it's not snowing or raining, because like this morning it was freezing rain. It's pure ice outside. Like I'm dreading when I have to go out and actually clean my car. And the next few days we're talking the highs in the 20s and the lows are like single digits. So yeah, needless to say, at least I got the pants out the way, and it is work pants. So I'm basically making a lot of things that I'm wearing that I can wear now. My spring stuff is going to be next month before I start working on stuff like that. So let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the fact that this book was read in 2022. This was such a good book. It was an emotional read for me, and I read this before my father actually passed away. My father passed away in December of 2023, so it was a year after. And I remember just thinking about, I wanted this, like this, knowing deeply things about my father that maybe he, which prevented him from doing certain things as a father that he should. I just felt like I wanted this, and I think because of that I read this with this like needing to this, and it was just one of those really emotional reads for me. And it said don't cry for me, but I sure did cry. And I remember thinking, I wonder what the son's reaction is going to be to his father's letters. And so of course this was a must read for this year. It is one of the books that was on my top 10 read, and I went into this knowing that it was going to have that moment for me, but at the same time I didn't realize how therapeutic this book was going to be, because I think even though it is a queer story, I can still relate to it because of the complicated relationship I had with my father, but also realizing that I needed to heal for me, because what does apology mean? Does it take away from the years of feeling neglected or feeling disappointed? It doesn't. So for me, I love that part where the therapist said that to Isaac and made him realize that he had to work on himself. He had to go back. He had to dig back to the past, dig back to those early moments, and when and where the disconnect happened for him. And think about his life and the choices he made and the choices that he should have and didn't make. And this is where I thought, I love this. I love how it goes back to the past, goes back to the generational things that were happening in this family. Things he didn't know, things he's discovering about his family, and how the generational cycle continues. And then I think for maybe some queer people might look at this in a different way as well, as those who parents react to them, not necessarily through the eyes of being a religious person, but through the eyes of feeling that they do not want you to have that life, that they, you know, it's more of a protection, but done in such a way that you don't feel like it is. And I think that's where the father comes in this, when you think of, he saw the signs, he saw things that maybe maybe a stereotype, but there were moments that the father realized that his son was not going to be what he wanted him to be. So I think sometimes parents do know ahead of time, maybe not want to acknowledge it, but they know when their child is quote unquote different. And you see this in the story, and it becomes a form of abuse as well. Like, I'm going to beat it out of you kind of deal, whether I'm physically beaten out of you or emotionally beaten out of you, because you're not going to choose a life that I know is going to be difficult for you. And keep in mind too, I didn't realize at first, like, this is so much of the 80s and the 90s, and things were different then. And if you had that lifestyle, life was worse, and then you happen to be a black person, just imagine the parent, what they're thinking. But how it goes by is still hurtful. How it is handled is still a painful experience for, you know, people who are having to see their parents react to them like that. But I thought it was an interesting way of doing it. I do love the journey of discovering one's roots, one's family background and one's story, and how he's able to tap into one of his gifts. He was so gifted. There's certain things I didn't realize as a child he was gifted at. But one of his passion was writing, and how to tell a story, how to tell your family story in a way that you still want certain happy ending or certain kind of triumph, like I you know, that person had overcome something or succeeded at something, and you can say in the story where he was the character in this wanted to portray and have that ending for his ancestors that he was imagining in this in his writing. And I like that. I love how it ended. I love that whole idea of what, you know, of you creating that ending in your mind, whatever it takes to heal, whatever it takes for you to move on with life and to grieve, but then lay it down. I'm still going through that. I'm still going through the grieving process of learning how to not hold on to everything, but I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. And I like stories like this because it is more of a personal read for me, and I can connect to so much of it. And so that's why I was just like, yeah. But I didn't get as emotional as I thought I would. I really didn't. But there was an aha moment. There was that part with the therapist. I mean, like, I felt like I got punched in the beginning when she said, what if your father apologized? What does that say? What is that going to do for you? I needed to hear that. I needed to, like, read this, quote it, write it down. This is that part of the book, and it hit me in the very beginning, and I knew this was going to be one of those kind of story that make you think, make you wonder about stuff. And I'm like, yeah. So highly recommend. It is a very well done storyline. It is a well done book. It is a twin book. Like, you have to read both. And I think reading this first will make you appreciate this even more, of the two sides and the process of healing, the process of letting go, and which is such a hard thing to do, but letting go is so important, and it's so important in the process of healing. And I think he did an amazing job with these books. So yeah, Daniel Black is that go-to author that is forever going to be memorable for me, and I am here for it. So yeah, guys, I will see you in the next video, and let me know how you felt about these books. How did you feel about this? And for those who wanted more, why you didn't get the point of the story? You didn't need no more to end. Maybe because I like stories that end like that, made me go through my own thought process with it. So yeah. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Bye.